ULTI.TV.
Alright, welcome to the late game. Round 3. We got Junkyard versus Rhubarb. Sanders team versus Rhodes team. Both teams on 2 wins, no losses. So this is for the battle of the top right now. We're looking at Junkyard warming up, just standard end zone, and both teams are in end zone. Let's look at Junkyard. Last week they had a pretty comfortable win over Swill, you'd have to say. And it was really that man right there, Sando. He was absolutely tearing it. He had 58 throws last week, 56 completed. That's an outrageous number of possessions. They pretty much just let him have a reset at will, and when he got it, they jumped around everywhere and gave him both sides of the field. They didn't really clamp a force on him that well. It was an absolutely comfortable game. Their strength, Junkyard's strength, just keeping the disc alive, holding it on offense. Even if they have to throw it a couple more times, they don't give it back. They've got the lowest number of turnovers in the league, and they've got the highest number of throws. Sando's just that energizer bunny, and he's just pretty much running that team. He's the captain that Swill need, the guy that pretty much stands up and delivers. The weakness, though, I'd say, is the deep pressure. So they're really looking for Rhubarb tonight to make a couple of unforced errors so that they can get those turns and get up on them. Because I think Rhubarb will probably bring a little bit more defensive pressure than Junkyard will. So yeah, it is that patience. And again, there's a hell of a lot of a spread of who gets the disc on this team. There's a lot of players that they throw to. Zone-o, man-o. They dump, they swing, they attack both sides. They use open players, and they get it around to anyone who's free. So let's take a look at Rhubarb as they warm up. Same drill. End zone drill. Alright, so they played a comfortable game last week. Well, it was a tight one, but they pretty much had the edge for most of the game. They were really good on O. I was talking to Sam Cowan a bit earlier, and it doesn't really... It seems very pretty on the camera, and they were saying it didn't feel good out there, but in terms of their handler movement, their clearing for swing throws and break throws, absolutely beautiful handling. They've got a real edge in that department, and pretty much that is their strength. I heard Rhodes the other week saying, "Oh, we've got to improve our handling," but that is their strength. Their handling is their strength. The fact that they've got really good handlers who can break for 20, 30 meters, get it up that sideline. They're really looking a lot stronger than any other team. So yeah, it's about maintaining that. It's about maintaining that efficiency on O. The defense will come. Their defense isn't outrageously good. It's definitely not as strong as Gilgamesh, but it's probably a step up on Junkyard. And they've got the wheels. They are missing Max Cowan tonight, though. That's probably quite a big loss. So that's a zippy defender. They might have been able to put him on Sando, although it's probably not a good matchup. Sando would have the smarts. It might have been someone they put on Baddocks or T just to lock him away and not give him an easy deep. So they're going to have to cover Max. And they're just going to have to keep playing that patient O. They probably won't have the easy get out that Max does provide sometimes. Last week we saw Rhubarb get put on to a bit of a flick force occasionally, and they tore it to shreds. I think the way to do it is to put a backhand force on these guys, because I think a flick is Sam Cowan's strength, as he duly throws forehand away. I think forehand is his strength. I don't think he's as comfortable on his backhand, and he definitely doesn't get the 1-2s happening as well on his backhand side. And another thing is backhand would give Rhodes a flick force, and I think Rhodes has been really good with his backhand break. Breaks down the sideline for yards with his backhand. So if you force him into a flick, that's probably a good idea. I think a backhand is the way for Junkyard to go here against Rhubarb. We'll have the game starting quite shortly. We'll be back with the action. Alright, so here we are. Late game finally. We've got a big delay. It's much darker than it was when we had the preview underway.
Go, Junkyard!
We got Rhubarb getting out of the box with offense. And they've probably got their best D line on out there, Junkyard. So they're looking to take it to him from the get-go. Blady Paul lands in. Post stack. Matt Ward shouldn't be there. Swing. Zone. Zone from Junkyard. Interesting look. The wind has picked up again from the earlier game, but it's not slowing down Rhubarb. Look at him tear it up. So a little bit of a weakness from previous games has been Rhubarb's hucking. Last week they had 6 turns on hucks and 3 hucks that were contested and only just came off. So that's something that they can look to improve, and it is going to be taken away completely by this zone. There is no way they're going to jack it here. They've worked it all this way. Beautiful, patient offense, and then there you go. Flycatcher connection. We're out of the blocks, 1-0. So Rhubarb kicking it off now. We've got a shot at D. Downwinder. Upwinder, of course, for Junkyard. So they brought off the runners, Dennis and Nick. They spent their tickets on D. Not sure if that's completely intentional or not, but it's probably a good move. Of course, they've got big receivers out there as it is. Greg and T and Baddocks. Baddocks completely reversing his role from round 1, where he was pretty much exclusively a receiver. As I was saying, round 1, Baddocks was exclusively a receiver, but in round 2, he turned provider and had 4 assists. So both sides of his game, completely mixing it up on us. We'll see what he does this week. Ricky being patient, Drew with the big up, just saving it inside the boundary here. Zone looks to be the order of the game. They are really keen to throw it on. Matt Ward gets on the line, stops the swing. Quite a bit of pressure for T, but he gets through with the backhand quite comfortably. Drew quick to break with the flick. They get across. Ricky is really floating up every throw. This wind is getting underneath it. He's going to have to reel it in, throw a little bit soft. There we go. Gets it underneath the wind. Oh, they get straight through the middle to Baddocks. And Greg's always there on the wing. Oh, but now Greg's used the wind a bit too much. Sanders reeled it in. They're still persisting with the zone. No transition. Straight back through the middle again. Baddocks is there to clean up. He's going to look for Drew again. So it's a matter of time. Both teams showing very clean offense into a wind. The wind's it's dying down a bit for this point now. Feel comfortable with that hammer, but he looks it off. Ricky gets right in there. No one's there. There's an easy one. There's an easy one right there to Baddocks, but he's not looking. And we go back outside again. We've got to go around. Drew looking through the middle maybe. No. Oh, Ricky has to get up. Ricky just saves it. Looks like we got a call. Ricky's very keen to just say hell no. I think Matt Ward will be the one just leading the discussion. No, it's Sammy. Good old Sammy. He loves to chat. Dump. No swing. Back into the same line. No, we did get the swing. They're hanging tough, Rhubarb. They're hanging tough, but they need to get a turn. Who's going to be the one that turns it though? They've got some very calm handlers here. Ricky has been an absolute iceman this league. Oh, and he buys a whole bunch of yards just outside the line now. This is starting to get a bit painful. Oh, he's bought some time with a foul call. Just stepping on Sean. Veteran move. No contest from Sean. Thanks for the hand signals, buddy. Dump. Drew gets back onto this side of the field. We got all the handlers on one side of the field. Nice scuba, but nope, we're going to attack the one side again because we feel comfortable with our backhands. Oh, sneaks it into Battix. Go on, Battix, spike it. There you go. 1-all. Paul does sit in. Hostak again. Trusty Hostak. Nope. It's a zone look, so you're going to have to change. Sam with the up the line pop. Very nice. Sam to Sam. Rex is deep, but throw's not going up. They're going to keep dumping, swinging. It's going to go through the middle again. Junkyard have to tighten up here. But the throwing strength of Rhubarb is immaculate. They've got the strongest throwing team by quite a way. Phil Shields a long way back, giving everyone no credit. Maybe he'll move up now, seeing that hammer. Nope, he just wants to be the bailout guy that nobody needs. No one on this team needs a bailout like that. Greg gets in though. Probably ill-advised hammer. 3 points for Greg. Drew picks it up. We got Ricky on the dump. Ricky on the dump completely poached, but he looks it off for a gain to Nick. And another gain. Shiner. What's he going to do? Fred gets in the dump territory. Fred needs to clear. Ricky's there. Ricky goes up the line. Oh, that's so comfortable. Pick does not affect the play. Pick should stand. Nope. No pick called. Maybe it was just yelling. Greg up the line. Where's the assist? There it is. Straight to Fred. Hits Fred in the breadbasket. 2-1. Alright, so D point for Junkyard. Sticking it up. I'm joined in the commentary booth by the captain of Swill. Let's keep things positive and not dwell on your result. What do you think of this game?
Yeah, it's looking pretty clean. Not many. Well, have I spoken too soon? No, that was good. A lot of clean offense, which is good.
So we're seeing pretty clean offense. What do you think about your offense in the last game? Not as clean. What can you improve on?
Yeah, not so clean. I think the cutting's alright. We're just lacking a few cutting throwers, people who can sort of continue the game on once they get it in the middle of the field. But once that happens, I think we'll be alright.
You seem to lose Rog in the first couple points there. I think it was probably pretty big impact on you, considering you only had Sandoz dropped a pull. Sandoz dropped a pull. That's a stinker. I've been talking him up all night so far. But yeah, you did lose Rog early. You think it was significant?
Yeah, it was pretty tough. He was with Sean missing and Steve missing. He was definitely a pretty big loss, just as a cutter who can also throw.
And he was lining up the big flick break. And we're going to need a couple more throws here. Going to look at hammer. No, up the line. There you go. Oh, I think he's just worked it. I think he's landed his feet in very nicely there. 2-all. So I think it's 3-2 now. My bad. I'm on the fly and I am completely blind. So zone again. Zone's the order of the day. A little bit of wind, but it's probably not too much. So Junkyard can't let this run away from them. They have to be ultra clean. So here's Drew. Oh, he's put it on his shoelaces. Battix cleans it up. Back to Battix. Battix having a bit of a run in the popping. Gets it out to Ricky. We'll get the swing off to Sando. Good width from T, but not really viable option. Oh, Ricky with an amazing pickup. Oh, Dutch wants to call it down. Nah, he's going to let it go. That was a fantastic grab. They're finding it real hard here. They're not throwing through the middle. Side to side. Here we go. A bit of 1-2 up the line. But it gets stagnant again. They have been finding it hard here. Oh, puts it up. It's going to be a jump ball. Sam gets up big. Good work. Clean tee, bit of contact, but not too much. How about your D game, Bruce? What do you think you guys can pick up on for next week?
We just need a bit more pressure on everyone, I think. We're getting a few Ds early, tried a bit of a clammy sort of zone thing on, but just without Rog and Steve in there, we're lacking a bit of pace in the middle again.
Yeah, I saw that clam. It was quite impressive. You've managed to fool them a couple of times. Dutch lining up a backhand, pulls out of it this time. It had them fooled a couple of times.
Nice pull there from Dutchy. Ricky, though, he's not bad in that situation. Plays a bit taller than he looks. Puts his body in the right spot. But yeah, I think that clam's probably a bit better if you spring it on him for a couple and use it as a bit of a surprise D, because once they got used to it, I think they tore it apart pretty easy.
So yeah, no surprises in the D tonight though. It's just zone, zone, zone. Rhubarb will probably feel like that's a big missed chance, getting a downwinder there and giving it straight back to Ricky. If they get a couple points on early, this could turn into just an O-fest upwind against zones, and that could be the game. But as it is, it's only 1 point down. Ricky's having a bit of trouble. He's sticking his backhands quite high. That could bring in the defense a bit later on, especially as he gets tired. Just not able to get through the middle. Rhubarb absolutely calm and keen to throw through the middle of the Junkyard zone, but not the other way around. There you go, Sando finally does. But they need a bit more width. They need to attack this side a little bit harder. Good hammer. It helps when Greg's on your team and not on Rhubarb. Oh, beautiful. There's the man. Hits Greg. Very nice throw from Drew. And that's threes. So what do you think of the handler movement here from Rhubarb? It's probably been a little bit more contained tonight due to the zone, but previous weeks have been playing against man. They've looked pretty good.
I think without Danger Man Max K on, I think they've holstered it a bit. They don't really have a super pacey receiver now, so mentally I think they're just making them holster it a bit, play it a bit safer, and I think it's actually working out alright for them. So if they can play like this with Max in the team, they're going to be a lot more dangerous later on.
Looking at the stats, they've been giving teams a bit of a look in with hucks. They've had probably about 70% of their turns are coming from hucks, and when they do complete hucks, a good solid whack of them are contested. Does it feel like you have a look in with the hucks against Rhubarb?
Oh yeah, for sure. I reckon, there you go, Sam County's usually prime suspect there. As you called it, Beach, overthrows. Yeah, I think definitely with Rhubarb, you just want to put a bit of pressure on underneath, make him huck it long. Especially without Max, yeah, it's a good plan.
And we've seen pretty much exclusively that hoe stack, and it's that classic open side goes break, guy goes out and in. Do you think next time around might throw something like a straight up mark or something just to confuse which guy is the break?
Look, I don't know if a straight up will be that great. They're really just getting to the power position anyway, so if they're straight up, oh no, there's a bit of an error. Sando decides not to bid, save his stats.
So here we go, Rhubarb have got it back. Fortuitously, it's just been given to him on the goal line, so this is going to be Rhodes with one throw to make. Oh, open side. Baddix just gives him the open throw. That's quite embarrassing. 4-3. So we got Rhubarb on D. That's a lovely pull. Very lovely pull. But they're going to work it back up into the field before there's any real pressure. And now we've got the man on. Man look, flick force. Drew gets up the line. Pretty much on a dime from Ricky. Drew gets it back to Ricky. Swing throw. Dennis Shine cleans up quite nicely. Greg for the gainer, but he's looked off. Again, they're sending Ricky to clean up off his bootlaces. They're making him do a hell of a lot of work. Fred doing the hard yards. getting a gain. He's looking upfield a bit too long here. Puts Ricky under pressure, but Phil Shields is giving him behind. Very comfortable. There's Drew again getting up the line, unloads a flick bomb, and that's on the money. Straight to Greg. No hope. 4-4. All right, so tight game so far. Finally seeing a man look out of Rhubarb, but not effective. Are we going to continue to see zone out of Junkyard?
Yeah, because I macked it further up, so he ended up scoring a goal. What we're doing?
Probably another factor
5 points for injury.
culminating in the zone is matchups. Junkyard might not feel as comfortable with the matchups here than Rhubarb does.
Johnny, I think 2 people dropped you this week as well. Last week.
Although when they put their most athletic line on, Junkyard probably can deal with it. So, and here we are. There's his man. Looks like it was a transition, or maybe it was just messy and I'm not paying attention. So we got Rhodes on the dump, swing. Oh, he's looked it off. Sean for big gains, looked off. They need to attack this side. Lovely little flip. Clears out easy. Nice Rex right there. Rex takes it. Mount Ward. See, they attack both sides here. They can pretty much throw anything they want. The force really isn't containing him. Mount Ward has thrown it at his foot. Breakthrough from Drew. He's on it straight away. T holsters it. It was probably on, but he's thought better of it. And he's just given a nice easy one to Baddix. Baddix gets it to Drew, who's working real hard. He sticks up that blade flick again. Oh, and it's just over the head of Nick Dukovac. Oh, and he puts his head down. Bad luck. So, Hostak, man, this is their strength. Sam is straight on the correct cut. Dutchie probably not making the deep cut an option there, so he doesn't get under. Matt with a jink cut doesn't get free. We got a bit of pressure here. We've got a bit of pressure. He forces it up the line to Dutch. Can Dutch clean up? It's out of bounds. He's got a hand on it as well, so that's going to count as a drop. So you're looking all right if you got Rhodes on your team. It's going to be Drew to pick up. It's going to be end zone stack. They're sticking Dave, sticking Sando into the stack. Ricky's back there as the rock. Sean could probably play tighter. He's not even a shot at stopping anything. He should just play tighter right now. There's Sando. Backhand force. They're containing him well. It's all open throws so far. Oh, Dutch can't get beaten here. Dutch needs to hold it. And they continue the force. This is good. Good defense. They need to hold it. Very strong. Strong throwers here. Good flick. Oh, opens up the entire field. Fred not so confident though. He's going to need a dump. Gets it up the line to Ricky. All up the break side. Baddix has dropped it. One-hander. They've tried to force it into the break side. Oh, Sam just goes deep and Rhodes is putting it up. Sando with the legs. Oh, and he gets a touch in there as well. Well done, Sando. Huge deep pressure. So now the game's opened up. People taking shots. Everyone getting a bit more vocal. T starting to look a bit frazzled, but gets off the dump to Baddix, who's playing back there now. Dukovac with a big gain on the break. Flips it in Fred. And they're just continuing. No pressure here. No pressure at all. Oh, Baddix has just reeled that in. That was awkward, but he gets the point. No, it's Dukovac. It's Nick. My bad. Well done, Nick. Okay, so we had a bit of a timeout. Rhubarb were pretty okay with how they're playing, but they just want to emphasise the intensity and the desire to actually contest. They singled out that last point when Rhodes stuck it up to Sam Kaon, and Junkyard got quite a few players around the disc, and pretty much everyone from Rhubarb just watched the huck go up. No one really chased, so they really want to get a bit more ferocious and have a bit more competitive. Junkyard on the other hand are quite happy. They just want to keep isolating the D, keep working hard on the D. And converting. So we got Junkyard with the D point. And this one's for Rhubarb to get back in the game. It's really dropped a couple degrees right now. It's starting to get chilly, and that wind chill factor's dropped it another couple degrees again, so it's starting to feel a bit cold. But I'm sure it's not a problem for all those guys out there running. Oh, and Lee's just put it away. Rhodes is not happy. Rhodes really unhappy. Alright, so a good 20 metres upfield to start with. Pick cold. Fantastic. Pretty much all Greg did was just run along, and Sam did well to find a pick in there. So they get it up the break side. Baddock's on the dump, pretty much doesn't really get anyone anything, and the face mark is only just resolved at the last minute. Fred gets on the break. They're all the way on the break side. Pick call. Play will stand. So, what's Fred going to do? Fred's probably going to have to look to get a dump off here. They've got Drew in the stack. Rose needs to tighten up on that force, and he does. He has to go back to the dump. Now, Baddocks needs to open this up. Sando comes in, but break gets off on the flick side. It's too high. And there's Sam Kaon for some points. He gets a nice little feather touch for 3 points. Oh, he's stoked. Look at him. Giggling like a schoolgirl as he runs off. So Rhodes picks it up. Hostak. Sam straight away deep. Too far. And Rhodes has travelled by tripping up on the rope. Interesting. We like to mix things up here. The most obscure ways of stopping a game. Gets that break off to Matt Ward, who's really good under pressure and holds it. Injury call. Bad boy with an injury. Okay, so super sub. Very clever little tactical move to injury sub Baddocks off for Sando. Pick call. Drew and Sando managed to meet up to find a pick. So we got flick force. It's probably not the right force. As I discussed pre-game, I think backhand is the right one. That's just going to hover enough for Sam. Didn't affect anything, says Fred, and he would be right, and they let it stand. So I think, as I said pre-game, I think backhand is the right force to put on them, because it gives Sam Kaon his backhand, which is probably not his favourite throw, and it takes away Rhodes' backhand break as a lefty. Oh, great bid from Sam. That's full extension. But trying to force it in there, up the open side, just trying to force around a defender, trying to throw it in. Backhand force. Oh, Sean does good. Plays good defense there to stop Nick from getting the under. Pick called again. Everyone is on point with their calls.
there'll always be something else that they'll bring in. But for the moment, it is tight night and we don't know when it's
T gets it under. Big fake, but no one's going to buy that. Gets up the line to Drew, and there goes the shot now. Absolute laser. Straight to Greg. Nearly knocks him off his feet. So Junkyard up D point, 6-4. It's not quite desperate, but if they go up 7-4, that next point will be very critical. Rhodes pulls it in. Oh, and he throws it at his shoelaces. He wasn't on balance there. He can blame no one but himself there. Drew, an absolute rock. He's patient. He threads it through. Miraculous throw. Fantastic. 7-4. So, the prophecy has come true. This point is the one that matters. 7-4. If it goes 8-4, it goes half. Rhubarb are really on Soggle Street. They're making hard work of it. They've gone to a vert stack. It's not what they're used to. I think they're missing the get out throw to Max Kaon. Pretty much gets free at any point. Ooh, I think Matt's probably putting a bit of pressure by yelling at Rex there. But he gets the disc, gets open, gets wide. Break side, big jump ball. Greg's in there. No, Sammy, great read. Greg went the backside, but Sammy had the read. We got 7-5. So Junkyard with the O point to take half. We got 2 breaks. Bat is quite open on the under. There's a call, pick call, that affected the play apparently. So backhand force, it looks like. Drew pretty much having no problem with throwing either side. Oh, and he puts it up to Fred. Overestimated his speed, maybe. Fred puts in the wheels. Nah, he's not there. Real good effort, nice float, but tricky throw downwind to get that measured right. That's tricky. So vert stack from Rhubarb. They're going away from what they know. Not sure why. Sam yelling at him against his better judgment, and after looking at the dump, throws back upfield. There's that lefty backhand that is so trusty. That flip force is just getting to shreds, getting shredded each time that Rhodes gets the disc, just because he loves that backhand. Oh, good work on the dump from Baddocks, but here they go, they're out on that side. Oh, there's a call. True, really annoyed at himself for getting broken there. And they're calling it unaffected, so it's going to be Sammy's disc. Beautiful throw. Leads him right to the edge of the goal. Sam dominating, yelling for it, not taking no for an answer. Bad throw on the dump. Baddocks putting good pressure on Rhodes, and he just puts in the wheels. Here he goes all the way. His time to turn. It's too late. He doesn't turn it into an in-cut though. He just stops on his heels. Bit of miscommunication here on the dump. Too many dumps, but he gets it back up the field to Nick anyway. Ricky streaks deep. Face mark gets thrown around. Dennis up the line. Ricky up the line for gain. Far side is T. He's looking at Drew. He looks him off. He goes to Fred. Good move. They need to attack both sides here. They need to get it down the break side. Rhubarb quite set on the open. There we go, down the break. Sean needs to hold. Hold that high backhand, hold that high flick. Lock it in. We've got a timeout call. Veteran move. Okay, so Junkyard are out there in their set. So listening to the huddle, it was pretty much Drew running the show. He's the guy with the disc and he was the guy calling the shots. He was keen to emphasise the man alternatives that he outlined. He went through a backhand force. He's going to just throw a backhand break to the front of the stack or dump it. And the flick, he's going to look for an open cut or dump it. So a bit of an insight into the mind of Drew. Pretty much keen to look at a dump whenever he can, but probably a little bit more confident on his backhand break than his flick break. So it looks like they are going to go man flick. It's probably the right call. It's Lee versus Ricky in the backfield for the dump. And Ricky has just been given a lot of room. He goes up the line, Lee covers. We got a call. Nope. Unaffected. Whatever. Gains up the line, open side. Ricky goes up the line. It's overthrown. Good physical there from Rhodes. We're going to have a call, are we? These two stalwarts of Adelaide Uni are going to have a bit of a discussion. Rhodes, passively aggressive or aggressively passive? No, it looks like they've all worked it out. Probably not a foul there. I think they both had their space. Beautiful flick break. Sam Count in all the space, but power position not used. Oh, it gets somehow through to Rhodes. He looks off all the hucks, and they start to work under. The host stack not working. Poach off Sean Davis, sorry. And Baddix gets the block. Vert stack again. Drew picks up on his flick side, not as confident. Dump straight away. Swing. Beautiful gain. Right on the goal line. They're knocking on the door. Hammer. Well done. That's cheeky. Rhodes throws the hat. That's half. 8-5.
Well done, boys.
Alright, so Junkyard start the second half on O. Huge pull from Sammy. That's a good pull. Nice inside out. Rhubarb pulls it out of the air. And not that one. Oh, but Sando does. Jump balls all around. Sando sticks it up for more ups. But no one's there. Baddix does get there. My bad. Perspective. Not quite right. Up the line to Fred. Golski. It's going to be hard for Rhubarb now. So Rhubarb now. Offense into the wind. Well, it's still a little bit gusty, but it's not strong. Sammy feel confident putting that up. And it does, but it's not good. Oh, it comes off. I think Drew got a touch. Good move. Good timeout. Safe move. So offense had to be reminded that they have to set first. I think Junkyard quite happy. Break shot here. No, Sam clears out. Where's the next one? Oh dear, I don't think it's going to plan. And then we got a poach on there. Rhodes throwing the turns. Lots of pressure right now. A lot of test of their resolve as well. There's going to be a foul call here. Or a pick call. Baddix on the ground. It's testing not only their resolve, but, well, yeah, all around, just good pressure, good deep pressure. They've got to make good decisions, and they've got to come back here as well. They've got to turn this around. This is going to be quite a challenge for Rhubarb, especially against an offense like Junkyard that is just keen to take what they are given the whole way down the field. Look how early their cutters clear out. It's fantastic to watch. Baddix gets up high, but he's going to have to throw an assist. It's going to be a dump. Nope, he's still looking. He's still looking, and it's just picked off the shoelaces by Nick Dukovac. Nice, clean catch. So go back to that previous point. Just remarking on the Junkyard cutters. They're cutting in, but they stopped their cuts 20 metres short of Dennis, who had the disc. If you go back and look at that, that's perfect clearing. No one got in there. They recognise that if they cut in there any further, they're not getting the disc anyway, and they're just providing clutter. Dennis had many options there. Matt Ward puts it up, but Sean Davis won't get there. It's going to be Junkyard's O.
That's it, Nick. Good cutting, mate.
Oh, turn. Drew's not happy with that one. High pressure on the dump from Rhodes. Good work. He walks away to preserve greatness. Gives Sam the responsibility. Looks off all the open. Oh, he throws the break. Fred's in there. Fred gets a piece. Great D from Fred. High stall count again. Dump action. Pretty much everyone playing good D upfield, and it's turning into high pressure around the disc. Drew gets up the line. Captain Rhodes having to fire up against him. Putting the runner Matt Ward on Sando. Oh, and the disc just gets reeled in. Beautiful grab from Dennis. Last second to get that before it dipped. Oh, lovely little air bounce on the flick. But that one, I think that's turfed. I think that's down. And Nick does not argue. Good spirit from Nick. That's two turns this point from Drew. I don't know how many turns he's had in total, but I'd hazard a guess at maybe 3 or 4 in the whole league. Gains for Matt Ward. Oh, and he looks off Sean Davis wisely this time. And they get the swing. They need to attack this sideline. Rhodes is lining up the flick. Oh, and he just holsters it. Too late. Dennis gets a piece. He's got no one to blame but himself there, Rhodes. Drew cuts hard, but no one's taking advantage. It was a good ploy. Rhodes is in no position to play D there. T goes deep. Oh, pick called. Dutchie very slappy on the defense there. Willing to give the arms of Greg a bit of a slap. Not sure what the force is. Sam Kayon not on the right side. Lee not on the right side. Sam Kayon gets beaten. Backhand side. Looks like, oh, it's overthrown. Lee gets a piece. It's just that little bit of wind that's putting a bit of doubt in the throws. It's becoming quite cluttered. That usual Rhubarb offense of opening up both sides, not working. The disc has to go up. Dutch reels it in. Very nice grab. That probably wasn't the perfect throw, but he's made that work. Alright, so Rhubarb definitely need to get a break here. They need to get this game back in their favour. There's definitely the chances with this wind. Batties puts the legs in, but he's not going to get there. He could have got that. He could have caught that one-handed. So this is the chance that Rhubarb wanted. Rex gets under, gets looked off. They've opened up the swing side. They're up the line. They go up the line. They're not using the swings that they were in the previous weeks. Disc goes up. It's going to be contested. Matt Ward. It's going to no call. I thought that looked a little bit like a strip, but clean D's called. Swing straight away. Sando. Sando looks off the huck. T for huge gains. Nice work to Drew and throws a break. Surely his backhand break. No, he throws backhand over the top to Ricky. That's pretty. Even Greg didn't know what was going on there. So Junkyard solidifying their hold on the game. Another offense point for Rhubarb. Absolutely crucial. Sam goes down and catches it in front of everyone, providing him no options to throw to until at least stall 4. And now it's trouble. Rhodes leans back on one. That'll be Matt Ward. Beautiful throw. He's dropped it. He's dropped it. Very early cut from Greg. It's probably a bit optimistic. A little bit of wind still. Oh, and there's the pressure turn. Forced up the line. T can't make the adjustment. Sam Kaon is told by Sam Ogden to walk away. Probably seeing the pressure that he caused himself in the last section of play. They need to get both sides of the field working like they have in previous games. It's just looking a lot harder tonight. Oh, Greg gets a piece. Dutch with the head down. The mood is just completely flat. You feel like no one on Rhubarb really feels like this is their game. Shot goes up from Drew. Backing in Greg. Greg gets way up, way up. He's got a step ladder. Feeds it off to Fred. Comfortable. A point goes begging there for Rhubarb. Got to feel that it is beyond them now. There's probably about another 4 minutes worth of gameplay here. They'll be feeling like they just want time cap to go and this game to finish with, come out next week and give it a better crack. I really can't. I'll have to look back at this, but I don't understand why they went to a vert stack for so long when their host stack has been so effective all league. Oh, Roach looking very determined, sticks it right on the chest of Dutch, right outside the goal line. Sean Davis, my bad. Clears out, there's Lee, beautiful. 12-7. Alright, so this is their last real chance to get a bit more respectability back in the scoreline and maybe make that goal difference look a bit better. Rhubarb really need to lock it in down in the downwind section. So this is upwind right now for Junkyard. Rhubarb really need to lock it in, get a turn down there in that half, make it a nice easy score, get that downwinder. So the zone look, they've decided that the wind is enough. Drop on the goal line, here we go. They need one quick pass to make this work. There's a hammer for a goal, no, looked off, there's Lee. There's Lee for again! Lee 2 in 2 minutes. Here we go. So Rhubarb pull, time cap has gone. Regulation time is over, I feel like saying. NFL playoffs are on. Go Ravens. So 2 points will finish this here. Oh, just pulled in by Sando. That's amazing. What a pull. Great awareness to get that toe in. That was fantastic. Travel called, just because why not? Just so much movement, so much lateral movement. Nearly there, nearly overthrown again, but the wind, oh, there's an easy drop. Dennis, pissed off with himself. He has no one to blame. This is where Rhubarb have to strike. They have to get this point, and they have to do it pretty cleanly. Oh, screw clean, it's just up. There's Rhodes with a great grab. Oh, beautiful, here we go. They're coming back. So Rhubarb, a run of 3 points. Game to 13 now. Situation does not change for them. They just need a block and a goal. Although it's turned around, they've got a sniff now. Great pull, helps them out. Gonna add the pressure. Zone. Good call from Fred. Much better handler line on. They've got Ricky out there. Little bit of wind, that could become a bit of a problem, that high flick, but he's confident with it. Very vocal defense from Rhubarb. Sammy absolutely letting everyone know where to go. Oh, there you go, straight to Sam Kayon. That's Drew's third turn this game so far. Rhodes just snags it. Hammer. This is Lee for his third. There we go. Unbelievable. 10-12, game to 13. Rhubarb running hot. Suck it. So Rhubarb with another D point. 12 to 10. It has become very close very quickly. And Junkyard is starting to think about the possibility of choking this. Blowing this 5-6 goal lead right at the death. Oh, look at Rhubarb defense run down. No one has run that hard all league, let alone after 22 points of ultimate. Good zone, clever zone, big hammer, but Sam's committed himself and it's an open goal for the win. Battix throws it anyway and it's dropped. Oh, Battix did not need to do that. He threaded it through. T is down. T does not look good. Oh, that looks like collarbone. Crucial turn. Junkyard impatient, sticking it in. Sean Davis running so hard, but all for 3 metres. Probably not the best play. Gets the break off to Rhodes. Rhodes has dropped it and puts his hands up to the gods, asking why me? Why now? That's game. Too little too late from Rhubarb. Unforced skill errors around. Very uncharacteristic. Unlike any other week. This week probably a week they want to look back on and think, why did we change things? What happened this week? How can we improve? Junkyard on the other hand, very happy. They've been solid. They continue to be solid, offense and defense, and they are the team to beat. So thanks for sticking around. This is BJ signing off. This has been week 3 Super League on ULTI.TV.